Day, everyone. I am Irene Rieta B.Ed. I'm your co-teacher for this subject, Ed 204, Chapter 2, Basis and Policies of Special and Inclusive Education. The subtopics is historical, sociological, and global trends in inclusive education, and the lastly is the legals. Historical and or sociological perspectives. According to Charles Wright Mills, a sociological is the mindset that every individual is being able to connect their experiences to the societal relationships. Global trends and inclusive education that moving towards more integrated, equitable approach to every learner's learning for all students regarding to their abilities or their backgrounds. Evolution of special and inclusive education. Special education means that student having education even be having intellectual disabilities. Ancient beliefs. According to Robert Hahn, stated that ancient beliefs is the traditional or religious and spiritual systems that people believes in multiple goddesses to protect their families and to give their individuals needs every day. Institutionalization versus integration. Institutionalization is the process of embedding ideas into a social system, while integration is the process of that people involves those systems in the community. The key pioneers. One is Jean-Marc Gaspard. He also a father of special education. He develops method for teaching children with having cognitive disabilities and also work with deaf children. Two, Edward Seagon. He established the first school in France for those children with having intellectual disabilities. Three is Maria Montessori is an educational philosophy included children with having special needs for giving their better living and their special needs for those having disabilities. Four is Ansa Villana. Transition for segregation to inclusive education. Transition from segregation to inclusive education is that involving changing systems and practices to ensure that every children can learn together. Legals. 1948 Declaration of Human Rights stated that every people or children is having right to have a good education based that Article 26 establishing education as a fundamental human rights. 1975 Education for all handicapped children or disabilities children or people. This act required all public school accepting federal fund to provide equal access to education and one meal for those children having physical and mental disabilities. 1994 Salamanca Statement or UNESCO. This agreement stated that established the principle of inclusive education to calls to all children to learn together in schools even if they have differences or having disabilities. 2006 UNCRPD Legal Command to Inclusive Education Worldwide. It is an international human rights treaty which exists to promote, protect, and ensure the full and equal enjoyment of all human rights and fundamental freedoms by all disabilities person. The 1987 Philippines Constitution Art. 2546 Section 1-2. This covers education including the right equality of education for those children having disabilities in their system. RA 10533 Enhanced Basic Education Act, including ALICE and learning with special needs. This act aims to provide those students with a more global competitive, better prepare them for employment and higher education. RA 8375 Indigenous Peoples Right Act. This act recognizes, protect, and promote right of indigenous cultural communities or indigenous people that that's right, protect their right and also their needs and purpose. And that's all. Bye guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you will learn from my discussion for today.